Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, just give me a second now. Just give me a second. Right. So we're talking about Bangor University today. So if I talk about location, and I will send you this presentation also, Ruxana ma'am, on your WhatsApp after this meeting, so all your counselors can have it. So if I talk about location, so this is like 96 miles from Manchester. So जब भी student fly करेगा, so the student has to land at Manchester airport, around 200 miles from London, and which is around 3.5 hours by train from London to the University of Bangor. And so that's how the location is. It's a Welsh university based in Wales. So this is how heritage the university is. So it's one of the oldest universities of UK and highly reputed. And the job prospects are really, really good at the university campus. So these are the few photographs of the campus, the modern campus and the traditional campus. So if I talk about Bangor, so the university was established in 1884. So it's not a modern university, it's an old university, traditional university. And so they have around 12,000 students. And they are, according to Times Higher Education, they are ranked 401 in the entire world. So which is a top 500 university. They're top 15 in UK for University of Year, top 45 UK universities according to Times, and one-third of the QS 474 QS ranking in the world. 85% of Bangor University research world leading international excellence. So it's a highly ranked university for research programs as well. So if I talk about rating is 5-star, top 45, number 3 in the student accommodation. So accommodation is their strength as well. We'll talk about accommodation later on. So these are the subject areas जो schools and university में. So they're very strong in accounting, banking and finance, biological science, biomedical science, MBA business, computer science, education and childhood studies, electronic engineering. So I will send you this presentation. So don't worry about it. So you will have all the courses and everything with you. So these are the programs available for January intake. And I think this is where we need to focus on at present for the next 1 month. So they have MBA banking and finance. And I think a lot of students are looking for MBA specifically into banking and finance. And UK being the financial capital of the world, so a lot of students, the job prospect is very, very high. They also have MBA finance. They also have MBA Islamic banking and finance, which is really becoming popular now abroad because a lot of people, what I'm noticing, even if they study from UK, they are shifting to Dubai. And Dubai banking sector, the jobs are really, really high paid jobs, and they look for Islamic banking and finance students, so that's what makes a difference for the students. They do have MSc accounting, MSc banking and accounting, MSc finance and accounting, banking and finance, banking chartered banker, Islamic banking and finance. So these are all finance related master's degree. Then they also have MBA international business, MBA international marketing, management MBA, and environmental management MBA, business data analytics, investment management, which is becoming very popular nowadays, management finance, consumer and digital marketing. So a lot of programs are there. MSc advanced computer science, MSc advanced data science, broadband optical, computing data science, artificial intelligence and data science, electronic engineering. So all these courses you can send to your students, and you can promote all these programs for the coming January intake. So they do have May intake as well. So after this January, you can also promote six degrees for May. So which is MA Business and Marketing, MBA International Business, MBA Management, MSc Computing, Public Health and Health Promotion, and Law. So they do have LLM for the students who have done law from India. So the entry requirements, what I was talking about, very first thing, most of the universities for masters, उनको 55% चाहिए होता है bachelor's में. But at Bangor, we accept 50% on bachelor's. तो अभी होता क्या है ना, किसी भी स्टूडेंट का 55% से कम है, so that student has to go for extended master's programs to other universities. And जहां पे उसकी जो ट्यूशन फीस है वो 3-4 हजार पाउंड बढ़ जाती है, right? But with Bangor, so if you have any student 50 to 55% or 50% onwards, So the students are eligible to go for direct masters at University of Bangor, right? So this is what we look at. If it is a GPA, so we look at 2.5 out of 5, which again says 50% in bachelor's degree. तो सबसे पहला पॉइंट यही है, किसी भी स्टूडेंट के 50% है तो उसको एक्सटेंडेड मास्टर्स में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. दे कैन गो डायरेक्टली इनटू मास्टर्स एट यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बैंगलोर. So we are talking about masters at present. I'm not talking about undergrad courses because we need to focus on masters. So let's talk about only master's degree entry criteria. In terms of English, we need 6 overall, not less than 5.5 for direct masters. In case student has PTE, we look at 56, not less than 51. Whereas most of the universities, they look at 59, not less than 59. So this is another advantage, and there are a lot of students who get who do not get 59 in or 58 in PTE. With 56, again they have to go for extended masters. But at University of Bangor, they get direct masters. So you can also shortlist the data of PTE students who have got less PTE score, and you can put them at University of Bangor. Any student who has got 65% in 12th English from state boards other than Punjab, Haryana, UP and Himachal Pradesh. So only these state boards are not eligible for waiver. But just Gujarat board, AP board, Telangana board, so all these boards are acceptable on waivers, and we look at 65% in 12th English. Postgraduate, so again, the criteria remains the same, and Duolingo is also acceptable. In Duolingo, we look at 105, not less than 95. So students who have got 105 overall in Duolingo, not less than 95, are eligible to study masters at Bangor University. So I think which makes a lot of sense, and there are a lot of students, and most of the universities accepting Duolingo, they ask for 120 in Duolingo for masters, but we are looking at 105. Right. So let's go on to
So is
postgrad.
this university accepting MY also, sir?
Not MY as of now, but for next May and September, we'll get MYs as well. But as of now, it is a waiver on Gujarat board. So we can focus on the students who have got 65% in Gujarat board and who has got 50% in bachelor's and above for masters. Right.
Okay.
If you look at the tuition fee,
NIOS board, open schooling board.
yeah, open school is acceptable, and we can try for waiver because they never said that there is no waiver on open school. So if a student has got 65%, you can send us one application and you will get the outcome within 24 hours. Right? So the tuition fees, if I talk about any arts, humanities, business, education, healthcare, is around 18,000 pounds. But there is a scholarship of 3,000 to 4,000 pounds, which comes to every student. For accounting, banking, finance is 19,500, again, which comes with 3,000 to 4,000 pound scholarship. The tuition fees, which comes to around 16,000 pounds. And these are the tuition fees. Depends. Engineering programs are little expensive, which is 21,000 pounds. And the net tuition fees comes to around 16,000 to 17,000 pounds. So now, earlier there was a deposit payment of 2,000 pounds for precast, but for this January intake, this has been waived off. So when your student gets the offer letter, they get the cash shield straight away, and they can go for precast interview without paying any deposit. Right. So once your student gets the interview cleared within 48 hours, then student has to pay 4,000 pounds to apply for cash. And once student gets the visa, they look at 50% up 50% of deposit for enrollment. So for example, the tuition fees is 19,000 pounds. Student gets a scholarship of 4,000. The net fees comes at 15,000 pounds. Student has paid 4,000 to apply for cash. Student needs to pay another 3,500 pounds at the time of enrollment. So which takes it to 50%, which is 7,500 pounds. Clear? So application deadline is 21st of January. So which means we have 32 days to apply for new applications. Enrollment deadline is 14th of February, which is extended till 24th of February. So we have a lot of time to do some numbers for University of Bangor. So then other than this, if you look at down, international scholarship, 3,000 to 4,000. So 3,000 on PG is for every student. So any student who is applying for masters, they get straight away 3,000. Any student applies for undergrad, they get straight away 4,000 scholarship on all 3 years. But at present, we are not promoting UG for January and May. So let's talk about 3,000 scholarship to all the students. Then there are several different scholarships, which depends on the student applications. So if a student has got first class graduation, they get 10,000 pound scholarship, which is called Vice Chancellor scholarship. So if you have any student scored more than 10, first class, first division, then we can put a request for a Vice Chancellor scholarship for these students. If there are students, and there are other Dean scholarships also for first class student, which goes to 5,000 to 6,000. So any student who is above 60% in graduation, instead of 3,000, minimum they get is 5,000 pounds. Right. So suppose there is a student who has got 52% in bachelor's, they will be getting 3,000. There is a student who has got 62% in bachelor's and the degree says first class. So the student gets 5,000 pound scholarship. Clear? Right. So accommodation now, nowadays, the biggest problem what I see with the students going to UK or anywhere in the world, that the cost of living has become very, very expensive. So Bangor University has its own accommodation. And the cost of accommodation is around 85 pounds to 100 pounds per week. So in 350 pounds to 400 pounds monthly, student can book his accommodation at the university. So it's a university owned accommodation. और 400 पाउंड में कहीं पे भी accommodation available नहीं है यूके में फॉर अ मंथ. अभी वो प्राइवेट शेयरिंग में भी अगर किसी को रूम लेना है तो वो भी 500 पाउंड महीने में मिलता है, और जहाँ पे यूटिलिटीज अलग होती हैं. So in a university accommodation, उसका Wi-Fi, utilities, electricity bill, and a gas bill, everything is included in 400 pounds. Right. So which makes a lot of sense for a student. So if a student is genuinely going to Bangor University, so it's good for him if he books his accommodation at the university, minimum for first semester. एंड इतना सस्ता उसके अकोमोडेशन कहीं और पे मिलेगी नहीं उसको. राइट. सो बिकॉज इट्स अ यूनिवर्सिटी ऑन अकोमोडेशन and they really want their students to be at the university campus. So, and it is available on website how they can book their accommodation.
सर एकोमोडेशन के लिए हमें कितना जल्दी अप्लाई करना पड़ता है?
Ma'am, there are a lot of accommodations, so don't worry at all. So we have 650 rooms at campus. Then we have the accommodation partners as well with another 3,000 rooms. So every student who wants to get accommodation, they will get accommodation. So the day they pay the deposit or they clears the interview, आपको अगर लगता है कि उस स्टूडेंट को accommodation बुक करना चाहिए क्योंकि इस प्राइस में उसको बाहर accommodation नहीं मिलेगी,
Correct.
so you can just go at the website, apply for accommodation, send me the link, and I will get it approved. So there is no problem at all.
Okay.
So this is the process basically. I will send you this website, so this presentation, so you can have a look how a student can book the accommodation. And actually you can promote accommodation for Bangor University also, because so it's a highly ranked accommodation. So if you look at the classes, that's how the classes, theater classes works. The accommodation has all gyms, facilities, everything for the students. That's the university campus, and they have sports fields as well, and it's on the seaside. These are the few photographs of the campus, how the MRI machines works, the main library. They also have Prince Medog research ship for the research students. There are a lot of student support services, and you can go through them at the university campus. Clubs and societies are there, and it's always good for the students if they opt for and join the societies. Once they're there, these are the professional accreditations what university maintains. And this is about Bangor University. At our team, we have Sakshi. I think she has not joined today because there was some issue on her system. But these are her details, so you will get on the presentation. So for any query, you can contact her, and I'm always here, so there is no problem at all. And we are looking forward for your support for Bangor University for the next 1 month now. Because I think the edge is most of the universities are now closed and Bangor has started taking applications. So we can have a lot of students coming to Bangor.
Yes,
So if you
sir.
have any questions, please feel free to ask me about
Yes,
university.
sir.
Yes, please.
If a student has done 12th from Gujarati medium and he has scored 70 in English, so will he get English waiver?
70, right?
Yes, 70.
Yes, yes. So any student who has got 65% and above in English, Gujarat board, whether it is Gujarati board or English speaking or Gujarati speaking, there is no problem at all.
Okay.
So I think most of the universities, they look at English as the first subject rather than Gujarati as the subject. But here it's no problem. So students should have English marks more than 65%. Yeah. So I think the university is good, ranking is good, criteria is very, very streamlined in terms to recruit students. The deadlines are great for us. So I think we can do 10, 15 students easily for the coming intake. Ruxana ma'am.
यस सर। टीम आप लोग क्या करते लगता है आपको, क्योंकि रिक्वायरमेंट्स कंपैरेटिवली बहुत लो है। 105 डिओलिंगो अगर पीजी में देखा जाए तो 120 के नीचे कोई लेता नहीं है। तो उस हिसाब से जो है, और फीस भी काफी कंपैरेटिवली स्कॉलरशिप के साथ कम है। तो आप लोग के पास जो केसेस अभी आ रहे हैं या इंक्वायरीज आप लोगों ने मुझसे डिस्कस करी, जिसमें कि ऐसा है कि जनवरी में स्टूडेंट को जाना है बट नहीं मिल पा रहे ऑप्शंस, तो ये बहुत अच्छा ऑप्शन है जिसमें हमारे पास टाइम भी है एप्लीकेशन सेंड करने का। तो वी कैन कलेक्ट द एप्लीकेशन एंड सेंड मोर एप्लीकेशन है। आप लोग को क्या लगता है कितने केसेस आप निकाल पाओगे?
रुखसाना मैम,
जी
हमारे पास ना 2 स्टूडेंट ऐसे हैं जिसका 48% है, तो क्या हम उनका ट्राई कर सकते हैं मास्टर के लिए?
सर।
मैम क्या है ना, ट्राई करने में कभी भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट आई थिंक 50% ऑन मास्टर्स इज द लोवेस्ट व्हाट दे लुकिंग एट. So if you see the presentation also, so they have clearly mentioned 50 to 55%. We can look into it, but I think anything less than 50% can be a problem.
ओके सर।
Yeah.
And so we cannot apply for the bachelor's degree for Jan intake, or
No,
we are
so
not.
we do not have bachelor's program for Jan. So all the bachelor's runs in September. But maybe for May, we will start one or two bachelor's, but is not on the list as of now. Right? So, Ruxana ma'am has my number. All your students who are already in process, any problem, just send the details to Ruxana ma'am. She will WhatsApp me. It will be get it straight away for all the students who have paid or the new applications. And I need your support for Bangor University because for us also this is a very first intake, and we really want university to deliver and support us for the coming intake. So if we all perform well for the coming intake, and I'm pretty sure the September can be a very big intake for Bangor University. Also, we are getting MOIs on Bangor as well, which will take us another 2 to 3 weeks, and you will hear from me for Bangor University MOIs for May and September intake.
राइट सर।
सर कोई प्रोग्राम ऐसा है कि सितंबर इनटेक में जैसे कि डिपेंडेंट ज्वाइन कर सकता है स्टूडेंट के साथ, अगर
सितंबर में रिसर्च प्रोग्राम्स हैं इनके, और
ओके
वहां पे डिपेंडेंट जा सकता है, तो बट सितंबर के लिए विल डू अनदर सेशन in February, and then we'll discuss in detail what we need to do in May and September.
Oh, sir, can I ask one question related DMU? One of my
Yeah.
student, like the video was sent almost like 13 days ago to university, not to and it's like more than 13 days.
What is the student ID?
Just to say.
ये खत्म हो गया, बैंगलोर का खत्म हो गया तो बंद कर दूं।